You have nowhere to go.
Time.
Nothing to do.
Move slowly when you're homeless.
I'll just be sitting and just start talking to God, because that's the only person I have to talk to. I don't want to be that person no more.
That person Melissa Dossett doesn't want to be is one who has spent 2 decades fighting to crawl out from underneath the suffocating weight of a crack cocaine addiction.
It took everything from me, and I've come back from it a few times, but it didn't last.
She's been on the street off and on for years, but in February, she and other chronically homeless individuals in Gaston County were put up in a hotel by the Emergency Rental Assistance Program, funded federally by COVID relief dollars, but distributed by the county.
When you're told that you don't have nothing to worry about, we're going to make sure that you're taken care of, and then there's nobody.
She says she thought the program would help her find a permanent place to live. But in late May, Melissa and the others were told they'd have to be out of the hotel by June 1st.
Every day I was calling somebody, trying to get somebody.
Melissa had just gotten identification and was starting to apply for jobs when her progress came to an abrupt halt.
And this is where I sneak and sleep down in here. That's everything I own is that trash bag.
According to Gaston County, they decided to use the limited ERAP funding to help others with utilities and rental payments. They say people staying in the hotel were given weeks' notice to find a new place and offered various resources to help them do that.
I feel forgotten.
Melissa doesn't make excuses for her past.
Yes, I made my mistakes, and I can't go back and correct those, and I can't take them back, but I'm trying to do something different with my life.
If you could pick your dream situation, your dream life, what do you see?
I don't right now.
It's that hopeless?
Yeah.
Hopeless. Because wanting something, a job, sobriety, a place to sleep, isn't always enough when you live like this.
I want to get back on my feet. I want to be a normal person again.
Inside Greg Peterman's mind, a light switch waits to be flipped. It holds the power to his memories of war.
It feels like it was yesterday.
Memories he'd like to forget.
I've now been retired for 7 years, and I still can't turn the light switch off.
Peterman spent 21 years in the U.S. Army, most as an elite Special Forces Green Beret.
Was being a Green Beret your identity?
Being a Green Beret is 100% your identity.
More so than being a husband and a father?
Absolutely. Being a Green Beret is the proudest thing that a man will do in his life.
7 combat deployments to the Middle East at the height of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan.
I had become a monster.
The brutality of battle took its toll.
Verbally abusive, I was emotionally abusive. I was married at the time, my family was falling apart.
Green Berets have a nickname, the quiet professionals. They do a lot and never speak of it, but that can also apply to their struggles.
We compare ourselves to our teammates. And well, I'm just like my teammates, so I'm fine. But the ground truth is we're all having problems because we've all done the same thing.
Which is why Peterman started the Blue Ridge Safe House, a nonprofit based in Ashe County, the North Carolina mountains. No better place for a scarred soldier and their family to heal.
I get to put all my time and energy and focus into helping others that are going through what I went through, 10 years ago.
Peterman serves active duty Green Berets fresh off deployment or a training mission, offering them a long weekend and a chance to recharge here in West Jefferson.
They can focus on their family and reconnecting and just having an amazing time.
Peterman says Blue Ridge Safe House operates with nearly zero overhead. So how is that possible? He says all he had to do was come down here to downtown West Jefferson to ask businesses for help, and not a single one said no.
I just want to let you know that the Blue Ridge Safe House family is going to be here Friday morning for breakfast.
It's just phenomenal.
Mason Harris feeds Peterman's families for free, and so does just about every restaurant in town. Cabin rentals are donated, and so are outdoor family activities.
Because their families go through just as much as the soldier does.
A soldier always places the mission first, a commitment that doesn't go away when the uniform is no longer worn.
Blue Ridge Safe House has become my new mission.
A new mission That may not turn off the painful switch inside this soldier's head, but it certainly makes it dimmer.
War is going to change a person.
Today,
Good morning.
is a special day at Rayview Elementary.
How are you?
Parents beaming with pride walk their kids inside
Thank you.
Proud of you.
and anxiously wait for the ceremony to begin.
We are going to go ahead and start.
Every month, each class chooses one student here to receive the Terrific Kid Award.
When you hear these wonderful things that teachers have to say about your kids, it's pretty amazing.
And while all these children are special,
In October, we had a new family join our school.
one in particular has fought harder than most to be here.
Mujda Rizzoli from Miss Woolley's class.
Today was a
Being in my
special
class.
day.
She loves math and is now able to count to 100.
Less than a
She
year
loves
ago,
to add
Mushta
and subtract.
Rasuli and her family
She is really-
lived in Afghanistan.
I am so proud of Mujda.
Her father, Johnny, spent years as an interpreter for the U.S. Army.
We are grateful this opportunity.
Last summer, he, his wife, and 3 daughters fled the country right before Kabul fell to the Taliban. They ended up in Union County, North Carolina.
If I stay in Afghanistan, probably the consequences is going to be different. Probably the Taliban, they kill me.
Before they walked into Rayview in the fall, Mushta and her sister had never been to school.
Good girl. Can you tell me this number?
Simplest of things of, that you get in a line. They had no concept of that.
51, 52.
The 7-year-old came into Miss Woolley's first grade class in October, not knowing a word of English.
The first few days where she was in our classroom, she didn't understand anything that we were saying, and it was very overwhelming for her. But the last 2 or 3 months, she is speaking in sentences to us now.
Her teacher has watched this child flourish in her new home.
The transition that she's gone through and everything that she's experienced, you wouldn't know.
It's hard not to think about how different this child's life would be if she were still in Afghanistan.
Thank you so much for everything you did for Mujda.
This father of 3 girls certainly does.
We see what's going on in Afghanistan. Women cannot go to school, women cannot get education,
40, 50, 60.
they cannot live in freedom.
What's the surprise?
At Rayview, Mushta is just like any other American kid. Because that's exactly what she is now. Except today, she's a terrific one.
I hope for my family a bright future,
In Union County,
especially for my daughters.
Sarah Blake Morgan,
They are living the American dream.
WBTV on your side.